That's right. Your mother got a penis. No, it's not that version. I fucking love that song. What's it called? Behind the Mask by Eric Clapton. But I only found out today that Greg Gaines done the original one, and obviously later on down the line, Goldie Looking Chain did Your Mother Got a Penis. That's right. That doesn't sound right. Who's right? That's not Welsh. Ah, Epenende. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. I am the Evesham Gamer, TEG, and this is kind of like an impromptu video, basically, because I don't know what I'm doing here, so I'm just gonna kind of go with the flow, really. So the first thing we got to do, I've got to go up into the loft and put these 360 games into the boxes up there. So without further ado, and if you can see behind me, you might be able to see behind me. The ladder's down. The ladder is down, and we're ready to go. So I'll see you up there, all right? And we'll have a little chat whilst we're sitting up there as well. Right, so here we are. We're up in the loft. The loft, also known as Narnia. I've stolen that name off of Big Kev from over there from Access Area 6. I'm not going to be going through all this stuff up here, but I have to remember that I can't switch the camera back round to the other way. So what I'll have to do after I finish talking to you in this piece to camera, as my friend Mark would say. Well, yeah, I just want to put these games away. So I've got to pull back the curtain, as it were, and yeah, there's, you know, I've done a video on this bit once or twice before. So, but I had to move around up here the other week. Most of the stuff is mine. It's unfortunate. I mean, a lot of people will get probably quite upset with what I've got up here because it's dry. There's a heater as well. I've got to bring it up actually. No, tell a lie. I took it down yesterday because I had to do something else with it. So bring that back up in a bit. So keep it warm up here as well. So everything's fine. It's nice and dry, right temperature, no problems. Summer gets a little bit iffy, but I keep things covered so there's no sun fading or anything. So anyway, as I say, I'm sitting here on my chair. I can't put my hand around it like that, you see. And strawberry berry, that's what I call it, strawberry berry. Strawberry berry sensation smoothie from Tesco, because every little helps, apparently. So this is for those people that are waiting for me to get on the pop, because I'm not on the pop right now, but I will be. So I am going to switch over now to the front camera, and you can join me putting some games away. Did I just bring them up with me? Oh, I did. They're up there, not to worry. It's getting a bit much being as old as I am to get up the fucking loft. Anyway, let's have a look, shall we? Right, you've got the captain's eye view, okay? Captain's eye view. So I'm sitting here on my chair. All this stuff over the back here is not even it's somebody else's, but everything else is all mine here. You know, you've got like a vinyl, not old, but it's one of those USB vinyl things. I'm not going to go through all this. Just want to put these games away. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them. I'm probably going to have to leave them out because I can't do everything one-handed. So, but what we will do, okay, is we'll pull back the curtain and welcome to Narnia. So I've been through this before very, very quickly. All the stuff down here. So everything from that box up there, even those boxes at the top, that box, that box, that box, that box, and some of the bottom box are all Xbox 360 games. Here you can see a Mega Drive one there, Master System. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. So obviously these are the ones I've got here. I've got to put away. Just looking on the offset, I don't really see which box I'm gonna put them in. Oh no, tell a lie. That's Wii stuff in there. But yeah, I could do a whole new video on all the stuff that's up here. You know, there's all stuff in boxes. I do want to say, you know, I've got this G9 Game Gears there. There's more Xboxes underneath there, and oh Jesus, look, you know, I've really got to do a video on one of these again though. I've got to put it away. Philips G700, G7000s. So I've got 2 of those. Anyway, I can easily get distracted up here. So yeah, I'm going to put those away now, and then I'll move back down the hatch to carry on just basically rambling, really. I don't know where this video came from, but anyway, yeah, so I'll see you in a sec. And we're back in the room. God rest his soul, my old mate Les, who passed away back in August of 2018. He used to always say that. He used to always say back in the room and back in the room. So so yeah, there you go. I'm back here. I'm back down, straight back down to earth. Oh, I've got that whole gold tooth thing going on, right? That's twice I've mentioned him now, Mr. Popular. So I'm probably just need to calm down a little bit because like, I'm still quite excited about this, okay, which is the 20th anniversary of the Xbox 360. Now, I've seen a lot of people online of the past week saying that the Xbox 360 is officially retro now. Well, no, it's to me personally, retro, it was a period in time. Okay, so we're talking the late 70s to sort of, you know, yeah, I don't want to say the late 90s to early 2000s, because like a lot of people regard the Sega Dreamcast as retro, and I do, but and obviously quite a few people still consider it's a bit of an iffy one, but the original Xbox and PS2 as retro. I don't really consider them that. I still consider them. I don't know what the terminology would be for it, but I need to kind of pick something out of the air and just call it that and claim that name for it. Let's just call it. I was about to say new age. It's not, you know, call it new retro, as in like new retro wave or retro wave music, for example. Because it's new retro. That's a good way to put it, I think. I quite like that. New retro. Will it stick? I don't know. So yeah, but the people that are calling the Xbox 360 retro, no, it's not. It's a different time period. So the time period of obviously retro is a specific time period across these, as I say, the late 70s to sort of the mid to late 90s, not the very late 90s. So, you know, but I think I've seen people kind of argue this before, so I'm not trying to get into an argument about it. It is what it is. The Xbox 360 is new retro. Okay, to me, it's new retro, and you know, like I still really enjoy the Xbox 360. There's, you know, but I did a look up, and I think I know anyway, because Big Game Hours got a full Xbox 360 collection, complete collection, and I think I can't remember, but Ross Borhor's got one as well. Maybe not. I'm not sure. I think he probably has. But still, there wasn't, you know, when I looked at how many games were released for the PlayStation 2, it was just fucking ridiculous. It's probably it's the console with the biggest gaming library there is. So I was kind of like quite shocked at how minimal the Xbox 360 selection is compared to that. But I bring this up, okay, the Xbox 360, because it played a very important part of my life. Because prior to that, and for some years, I hadn't really shown much interest in video games. I kind of went through a lull after the Mega Drive and Sega Saturn and PlayStation era. It kind of like died off, and I didn't play anything for a while. I still had systems, but I wasn't that really bothered about it. It was only when I had the opportunity to get a Xbox 360. So this was the premium console at the time with I think it was 60 gigabyte hard drive, and that was through an old colleague of mine, and I guess you could say sort of friend. I haven't seen him for so long. He's probably more of an acquaintance now. He never messages me, and I've tried messaging him. Although the last time I messaged him, his name is ALSKIP or ALSKIP. However, we wanted to pronounce his gamer tag. I'm not going to say his surname. His name's Alan anyway. That's what I will say. And he's yeah, I don't know where I'm going with that. So he got me this console because a friend of his worked for, I believe it was Bullfrog in Guildford, or Criterion, one of the two. And for some reason he was getting 360s really quite cheaply. I think I paid at the time 150 quid, brand new, for my premium Xbox 360 through Alan. And so, you know, I had a fair few games to start off with on that. But once the introduction of the Xbox Live Arcade was in place, it really changed the game for me. So I got my 360 in I think it was around about, I think it was sort of like late 2007, something like that, or sort of towards the third quarter of 2007, something like that, because I was looking at my first achievements and it was in 2007. So even though I didn't go online straight away with it, I think it was a couple of weeks before I got online. But you know, say whatever, June, July 2007. And like the first games that I played on it were like from the arcade was Smash TV, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade, Tron, and a few others. And then like physical games, don't really recall the physical games I got first. I was more playing with just, I mean, I still had Xbox, original Xbox games. So Doom 3, for example, I was playing that on the 360. I proved backwards compatibility. I'm sure it was on that. I could be wrong. Could be wrong because obviously I had an original Xbox at that time as well. So, you know, and right way through the Xbox 360's life, after that died, I mean, I remember having like two fans. I had to take the case off the Xbox and had two desk fans that used to point at the fucking motherboard to keep it cool. And I kid you not, I used to take this with me when I'm friends' houses. They used to just be like, "What the fuck is that?" And I'm like, "That's my 360." And I'll just buy a new one. I was like, I don't have money for it, so I just kept using it. And to be fair, it kept going and going and going. I think it was only when, I don't recall. Oh, it got banned. That's right, because I was using it. A friend of mine uh, had already done, like, what do they call it? Not J-tagging. Or you J-tagged it. And I was playing copy games. I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 that got me. And then it was just like, well, yeah, can't get achievements for anything anymore. Can't go online. Talk to my mates, so I had to get a new one. And I got, at that point, it was the Slim. So I obviously, yeah, I sat through the whole of the Xbox 360 time frame. And had a lot of games prior to me starting to collect for the 360 already. So I was quite ahead of the game. Like, I had some which are known as the rarities now, such as Fist of the North Star, Ken's Rage and Ken's Rage 2, Lollipop Chainsaw, Back to the Future, the game, Secret of Monkey Island Collection, I think it's called. Pardon me. Oh, crikey. Battle Fantasia, 99 Nights 2. The list goes on. I don't have any of the ultra rare ones like Tornado Outbreak or, God forbid, I mean, obviously, unless you're a collector, why the fuck would you want My Horse and Me too? You know, so I don't have things like that. And obviously then it all went downhill in 2013 with Xbox and continues to do so. So, you know, 20 years now, that's phenomenal, really. Like, what is it? What is it? Just, I don't know. Someone said something about comparing a certain timeline with that timeline, and then that basically again goes back to the argument of, is Xbox 360 retro? So, yeah. Speaking of that, so, you know, mine's still going strong. I've got 4 or 5 of them now. I use different ones for different reasons. But speaking of Xbox, so very recently, Silent Hill 2 Remake came out on the Xbox series. And I've absolutely been loving it. So, in light of that, and it's not really a tribute to the Xbox 360, and fuck me, I wouldn't really want to say it's a tribute to Xbox themselves, because they have been absolutely giving everyone the corporate cock shafting. You know, it's just awful. But it's kind of Xbox related. So what I wanted to do was have a little bit like 5-10 minutes of gameplay of Silent Hill 2 Remake on the Xbox Series X, just to split things up a little bit, because I mean, there's a few other things I need to mention anyway. But yeah, just check this out, okay? Because man, I forgot how good it is, and what really tops it up is that they're going to be doing a remake of the original Silent Hill and Silent Hill 3 as well, both of which I've got, both of which I've never played. I might have to kind of correct that. So anyway, check this out. This is me playing Silent Hill 2 Remake on the Xbox Series X. And even better still, you get to see my little ugly mug up there. Is it there? It will be there. In a little box, and I'll be there just talking away to you. So check this out. So just for the sake of the camera, okay, he's on the pop. Ah. Just opened it. Right. So I think I'm in the prison now, as it were, on this game. I know this was a timed PlayStation 5 release, and it kind of it basically shadow dropped, I think, about a week ago, just under a week ago. As soon as I saw it, I knew it was coming, but I was like, no, I'm having that, and it was discounted as well. So I think it was like 26 quid, something like that, 24 quid. It was a no-brainer for me. I mean, it's a AAA game, okay, so can't really fucking complain at that price. It's like an introductory value. So, but anyway, I mean, this is like 5 or 10 minutes worth of gameplay for you, that I'm just me playing a game, really. Now, normally I look over there at my TV, obviously, but for the sake of the camera and this, you know, a bit more personable, isn't it? I could just use the OBS that I'm using just to capture, so I can, you know, there's no difference in latency between watching that and, you know, looking at this screen. So anyway, right, I've got to remember, no, I'm pretty sure, I think I've already done this bit. In the middle here, there's, there we go, this is what I need. So I've already got, I think I've already done, I can't remember what I've done here. So I've done the bull. Nah, I've done two. I think there's one. So I've done the one on. I've done the snake, and let's see if I can move it and have a look. No, I think that one. I don't think it's going to be heavy enough though. Not quite. I think that I need to. Yeah, you see, I'm missing one, you see. So it might be that I have to put go back to the ball. I can't remember now. But there's been using that. So this is great though with headphones, I've got to say. that I've done it properly because I'm still missing weight. Here we go. I think I might have missed something. I'm not entirely sure. Ah, right, okay. Block D key. Okay, I haven't done all this bit. I thought I had. We better save the game whilst we're here. Cheeky one of these. Right, where are we at now? Okay, block D. Follow me all you like. You know what? I don't actually know. Down here, something. There's something I missed down here. Okay. Some more bullets. I'm stuck in a bloody. Yeah, what? What is this? So what's this then? A shiv key? Fucking hell. Guess it's gotta go somewhere. There's something with the shiv, perhaps? Okay. I think it's for this door. Yeah, so... Transporting you to the water. Right, okay. Guess I've got to figure out where that ship key's got to go. What's down there? This is where I come in, isn't it? Right, okay. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to leave that there. Oh, such a great game. Such a great game. And there we have it. Silent Hill 2 Remake on the Xbox Series X. Ah, as I say, can't really praise it enough. It's a fantastic game. Not really much more to be said about that. So moving swiftly on, I wanted to mention as well, like, from the start of this video, I was doing like, using my phone as the camera, obviously, and those of you that stay tuned to this channel, you'll know that I've got a GoPro Hero 12, and I've got the thing that it goes on here, all right. But what I find is when I import any kind of video from this into Power Director, for example, or any other kind of video editing software that I use, the volume, it seems to go out of sync. So you just watch. This could be a complete bloody waste of time. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. Okay, by combining my video footage from my phone and from this as well. If you're really interested from the technical side of things, I'm using a Logitech Rally bar here, which is great. You know, it does everything that I need it to do. But anyway, I digress. So moving swiftly on. I'm not gonna. I probably should actually, really, shouldn't I? I should show you, because after I absolutely said that I am not gonna. I've got 100 Master System games, and I'm not gonna get any more. Well, shit happens, doesn't it? So on the way, Super Monaco GP on the Master System, and some other Master System stuff here. So if I don't accidentally turn my PC off, so I got black belt, and I've seen other people playing this, didn't have it, and I keep forgetting that actually this is Fist of the North Star. So obviously the version that's up for the Sega Mark III is the Fist of the North Star game. This is just like well, you could call it reskinned, really. So I got that, and then obviously, you know, one of the worst covers ever, you know, Pro Wrestling, which I'd never played before, and it's really good fun. Both of these were dirt cheap. Then I got Slapshot as well. I got these two are from eBay, and this one, Line of Fire, Bomber Raid, and Rastan. So I had this as a cartridge only, but this is obviously complete. They all came. Oh no, and Scramble Spirits. These all came from Stratford upon Avon CEX. There's one other one there that I should have picked up, which was Speedball 2, but so I've gone above 100 Master System games now. Although that said, I do have some duplicates, so hopefully it keeps me at 100. But that was kind of, I went totally against what I said I was going to do. So I guess the saying there is never say never. I also, for the Black Friday deals from Retro Gaming Cables, I picked up 2 more cables, because one of mine, I've got to say, you know, so this is the Mega Drive Master System Pack-a-Punch. Now, is this the Pack-a-Punch one? Can't remember now. I believe it is, but anyway, no, I don't think. Oh, no, it is. I'm pretty sure it is. The only problem I have with these is the injection molding that they use. Now, this is obviously a new one, and it's fine, but my existing one, which I bought 2-3 years ago, has deteriorated a lot, and I've had to put black tape around the edge here. So the injection molding that they use for these might be different now, but you know, the previous one was just, yeah, I'm just leaving that one plugged in. I'm using this specifically because you may have or may not have noticed I've made a bit of a move around in here. I put my CRT up there. And the Master System, which you can see just here, okay, which I've now got sitting there in front of the telly. I use this cable for that. which goes into TV, and I can sit and play the Master System up on that when I fancy it. There's a little plinth I use to put it on. But yeah, I got this one, and I got a Sega Saturn cable as well, because obviously I got a Japanese Saturn. I think I showed that before, just to complement it, really. So yeah, so you know, that's it really, because I'm not really picking up much now. Right, okay, that probably leaves the probably the last thing that I want to discuss very briefly and just touch on it. I believe it's on the 20th of December is this year's effectively Retro Gamer YouTubers Secret Santa. That's going to be, I believe it's going to be hosted, well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be hosted on Sean, so not yeah, Sean as in Retro Games Revived. He's going to be hosting that again. I mean, he absolutely outdid himself this year, and it already looks like he's going to outdo himself again this year. So keep an eye out for his channel. I will put a link in the description below to join the festivities as they were. Just a note, okay. I haven't sent out my Secret Santa yet, but I'm going to be hopefully doing that this week. Yes, it will be later this week. This week, next week, because we're on Friday at the moment as of recording this, Friday the 28th of November 2025. So yeah, check that out, because it's always a good laugh. If you type in Secret Santa YouTubers or something like that, you'll see quite a few videos. A special mention to I mean, I'm not going to mention Sean's, because Sean's was fantastic, his Christmas video, music video, but James Gamezo Burbrooms one was just, I don't know how to put it really. I'm not sure if he even wants to be reminded of it, because it really is like, it's the ultimate cheese. It's so cheesy that even Watsits can't compare. You know, the cheesy Watsits or fucking Cheetos, anything fucking mature cheddar cheese doesn't it, extra mature cheddar cheese doesn't even come close. But it's fantastic nevertheless. So keep right up for that. Other than that, no, I'm gonna be getting up. I'm gonna have another go on a Street Racer collection. Seems it's a little bit like Marmite. Seems that it's kind of like the general gist by looking at reviews and stuff, and not only just reviews but comments on my video I did a gameplay of it. It's kind of a bit of hit and miss really. It's 50-50 really. You either love it or you hate it. I've got to say personally, I don't like that they didn't use the PlayStation 1 or Sega Saturn versions. I do prefer the Sega Saturn version, but wasn't aware of the DOS version. So credit where credit's due. The DOS version I would say is actually better. It's in the same vein as the Sega Saturn version. Graphics are great on it. Handling's pretty good. But obviously, if you want the best version of Street Racer, get the Sega Saturn version. There's no point. There was no point of them putting on the Sega Saturn version or the PS1 version, pure on the basis that the DOS version does everything that they do. So what's the point? There's just no point in putting three of the same version effectively, other than saying, oh, well, this was on the PlayStation, and this was on the Sega Saturn, and this was on DOS. Just DOS is fine. It's absolutely fine for the collection. So probably best to do check that game out, that collection. It's available on all systems. I say current systems, and you know give it a shot. Maybe wait for a discount. I don't know. So that's it from me. Yeah, a bit of a random one really. It's all over the place, this video. So yeah, I hope you've found that enjoyable. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. As I always say, ciao for now.